Greetings, Guardians! The Hijabi Gamer here, and it's Tuesday! I did it! I got you your weekly reset on Tuesday. This is my goal, to get it every week on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, like I said, I don't have time in the morning to do Challenge of the Elder, so I could give you the bosses, but after work, I got it. So here we go, your weekly reset for Tuesday, January 24th, 2023, and yes, I did solo that Challenge of the Elders, and I will be posting a video of that soloing, and it wasn't that bad. I did make the 30,000 points. If you want proof, I can show you. Alright, we got that, and then so, see the blue? If it's filled in, it means you did it, and, see my card, 36,495, which means Barracks has a gun waiting for me. Oh, happy, happy, happy. Except it's probably one of the same guns over and over. But that's beside the point. It is a new gun. One must always celebrate a new gun, especially if it's one that takes this much effort to get. As you know. Anyway, I'll go into Challenge of the Elders in a moment, but I do have a new gun waiting for me with Varix. Anyway, welcome to the weekly reset from Destiny 1. I'm your host, the Hijabi Gamer, aka Cat, aka the biggest Destiny 1 fan. Awesome. Well, now that everyone's playing. Anyway, what have we got going on in the tower in Original Destiny? Alright, here goes nothing. First off, we have Crucible, which is Mayhem Rumble. Yeah, well, it says Fire Team 1 to 3 players, so there's a possibility you will get into a match. I don't know for sure. I've heard mixed things. Mostly, no. But as always, I remind everyone, you can do private matches, and you can do private matches with Sparrow Racing League. So, while you won't get the Treasure of Ages box, you can get them from other stuff, or the legendary marks. You can still, if a bunch of you want to get together and race Sparrows, hell, you can race Sparrows by yourself. It's all good. Those private matches. Otherwise, you have Mayhem Rumble, just insanity, embrace the chaos, have fun. I've always enjoyed Original Destiny Crucible a lot more than Destiny 2. I don't know. Something about it. Anyway, next we got one of my favorite things in Original Destiny. Something I wish they would bring back to Destiny 2. At least more variety. I don't know. I feel like even with the missions you can do, it's not the same. But then I'm still desperately wishing they would do this. I love this. I love the fact that I can go back and play any mission I want. Anyway, yeah, you've heard me rant about this nearly every week. God damn it, Cat. We know you like story missions. You like the weekly story playlist, which is the best way to farm legendary marks. As always, you can get over 100 legendary marks. Run it 5 times. You'll get 20 to 35 marks each time you run it. And the first time, you will get a Treasure of Ages box. As always, a reminder, you cannot carry more than 200 legendary marks. When you get to 200, that's it. You need to spend them so you can get more. You will lose out. So, yeah, spend them on what you want so you can get more. Or you are losing out. Another way to get legendary marks, every now and then I bring it up, is public events. The first one you do in a day, gold tier, will get you 15. Anyway, I think it should be Rise of Iron this week. So, what do we got? Yes, we have Rise of Iron, one of my favorite Destiny DLCs. My two favorites are the Taken King and Rise of Iron. In fact, I will put them above the Witch Queen, except the legendary difficulty. That was fun. Anyway, we've got the Iron Lords, Rise of Iron, one of my favorite DLC. Love this DLC. I know it was short. I know. But it also brought the Wrath of the Machine, a cool raid, and Outbreak Prime, which was just sweet. I remember getting that. Anyway, we've got heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive, because as I've told you multiple times, you need to bring them cookies. You don't, they bring their friends, and they get pissed, and they attack you even more. Then you have grounded. Players take more damage while airborne, so gravity guardians stick to the ground, or you're going to get more damage. So honestly, story playlist isn't that hard. I'm not worried about that. Usually when I see airborne, I'm like, unless it's like a nightfall. That's different. Then we have Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. Notice, if you watched any of my playtime or my solo challenge, you'll notice I'm using a different grenade. I have been using tracking grenades for so long that I have very lousy aim with grenades. So I'm slowly improving my aim with other grenades. So Catapult grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. Best way to farm legendary marks. weekly story playlist. Sweet. Anyway, next we have the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist. As always, I still think the original Destiny strikes are better than the Destiny 2 ones. It always comes to a surprise to me that I'm always matched. Like, that means that there are people playing, and people are always like, Kat, why are you playing Destiny? Nobody's playing Destiny. No. If you go to the tower, at least between 1/4 and 1/3 of the people in the tower are new people. Almost every single time I've noticed multiple new people. And I'm not talking about low level. I'm talking low Grimoire. That's how you know if a person is new or not, alright? Grimoire, even if I have a level, if I go to create a new Guardian right now, it's level 1, it will still have my Grimoire. And that's how you know I'm not a new player. So, I have always noticed that I always get matched when I run Siva Crisis Heroic Strikes. Let me know in the comments below if you've run strikes recently, and have you been matched? The modifier, first off, one of the things I always find interesting is you get less goodies weekly if you run Siva Crisis Heroic. So run it 3 times, you'll only get 30 legendary marks. Versus, I mean, that's like 2-story playlist. Which these take longer and are more difficult. You also get a Treasure of Ages box. Now, the modifiers for the Siva Crisis Heroic are Heroic, enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive, because this time you didn't bring cupcakes. Sometimes they want cookies, sometimes they want cupcakes. You can be bothered to bring them cupcakes. So I'm on their side in this case, because I would love a cupcake right about now. Then we have Solar Burn. Solar damage from any source is greatly increased. So, yeah, your Golden Gun, especially if you have Celestial Nighthawk, is going to burn through bosses. Yeah, like, sometimes it will go, like, especially with Challenge of the Elders, when you have Solar Burn, it will do too much damage, and you'll get through 2 bouts of reinforcements, which means not as many. Then you have Brawler, Great Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Yes, that includes the Hunter's Throwing Knife. That is a melee attack. So, Brawler increases the damage from your Hunter's Throwing Knife. So, Knife Juggler. Always recommend Knife Juggler if you're running Gunslinger. Sweet. Alright, yeah. Knife Juggler, Gunslinger. Cool. Next, we have Fresh Troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. Like I said, you didn't bring them cupcakes. I mean, come on. These guys are running around, working their butts off being bad guys, and you don't bring them food. Just a disappointment. Or at the very least, you didn't bring me a cupcake. I want a cupcake. Yeah. Right, so that's the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist. Bring it on. Burn through the bosses with your solar damage. Celestial Nighthawk. This is going to be fun. Sweet. You know what? I might run a couple strikes. I really do like the original Destiny strikes. And there are areas I haven't been in a while in original Destiny. Alright? Anyway, next, we've got the Weekly Nightfall. The Weekly Nightfall, and you'll notice I am in orbit of Venus. This is because the Nightfall is on Venus. It is the Nexus Mind. So the Nexus over here. This is the one where Cade interrupts. So Ikora is like, Cade, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm only here to support my favorite Guardian. And then it's like, he's bored. This is the one that you start out in that center, like, courtyard. And then you go through there, and then you have to go through that room, and it's either Minotaurs or captains. And then you climb through the facility, right? And you have to use the arc balls to get through the gate, and then you go, and you have that moment where you're like, you know, my stomach always drops whenever you do this, where you drop, and he's like, Kate's like, I don't even have a stomach. And it's that funky boss that's in the middle. There's actually a spot, a cheese spot you can hide in, but you have to be very careful. It's like behind this wall, and if you stay close to the wall, it's just in enough that it doesn't say returning you to party. But you have to be very careful, because then you start to notice the countdown. So if you notice the countdown, get closer to the wall. Yeah, I've used that. I soloed this. That was my secret spot. Honestly, I really should be running more Nightfalls to get better at this, but it's been a while. But that was the cheap spot for that. So that's the Nexus Mind. It's okay. Yeah, those Minotaurs or Folly Captains are a pain in the butt to deal with. But it is what it is. That's the Nexus. Now, you don't access it through here. You access it through here. The modifiers for the weekly Nightfall are Arcburn. Oh, joy. I believe there's several exotics that are good for Arcburn. Then you have Specialist. Special weapon damage is favored. Oh, with Arcburn, don't forget Zalo Supercell, which, by the way, told you to pick it up, didn't I? You didn't. If you didn't pick up Zalo Supercell, I told you to pick up Zalo Supercell when it came up. It hasn't been up though in a while, so I really can't blame you. But Zalo Supercell, even though you don't have a primary weapon damage is favored, it still gives you a boost to your primary because it's Arc. And you have Arc Burn. Then you have Specialist. Special weapon damage is favored. So throw on your favorite Arc special weapon and go at it, Guardian. Kick butt, Guardian. Then you have Ironclad. More enemies have shields. Yeah, they're annoyed. Everyone's annoyed with you this week, including me, because I didn't get any cupcakes. Then you have Airborne. Players deal more damage while in the air. Sweet. I mean, it is the Nightfall. This is when I would really look into the modifiers. Story playlist, not so much. The Nightfall, definitely, because you're going to be getting more damage. And then Daybreak. Ooh, now this is fun. Okay, this is a pleasant surprise. Daybreak. The darkness grows stronger, and so do you. Form a fire team of 3 and unleash your light with greatly increased ability recharge. So yes, your super is going to be coming up a lot more. Fun. But I'm tempted to do it. Yeah, Daybreak is one of my favorite modifiers. I wish they would bring this. I don't know. Have they brought it to Destiny 2? I did play this weekend, but I did go for a while without playing. But Daybreak is by far my favorite. So go at it, Guardians. Don't forget to pick up the weekly bounties from Zavala. You need to go to Zavala. You go into the Hall of the Vanguard. Stand on the table. Yes, if you don't stand on the table, he won't give them to you. Maybe. I might not be saying the truth. Maybe. You could try. But it's better if you're standing on the table. He gives you better bounties. They're not identical, okay? Maybe they are. Just pick up the bounties from Zavala, okay? And then there are bounties on the bounty board. So pick up the bounties, then go at it, Guardian. Kick some major Vex behind. I'm rooting for you. All the way back here with my cupcakes, okay? But know that I am rooting for you. Right. Vanguard Nightfall, right? I gave you the modifiers, didn't I? Told you to pick up the bounties. I'm all good. All right. Next we have Challenge of the Elders. And boy, was this one. I mean, as you can see, I got the 30,000 points. First boss is Val Araun. Yes. Cabal strategist Val Araun. Cabal. The second one is Taken Vex. Cake. Vex isn't that bad. And the third one is Texas the Betrayed, aka Taken Fallen. So you have Cabal, Taken Vex, Taken Fallen. I always put it in the description as well, so you can look in the description. It will tell you who are the bosses for Challenge of the Elders. Again, Cabal, Taken Vex, and Taken Fallen. Righto. Anyway, the modifiers are, and it's actually a pretty fun week, honestly. Nothing bad. You have Precision Kill bonus, which is... And if you go with your throwing knife, which actually really helped. The throwing knife. I keep pushing the goddamn throwing knife because the throwing knife will give you Precision Kill. So the points for Precision Kill, the bonus points, and the points for a melee kill. It is insane. I'm telling you, I finished the first boss, Val Araun, with 1,000 points. Okay? 1,000 points. I did horrible timing with that one, okay? 1,000 points. I completed the entire run, all 3 bosses, with 36,000 points. In the second boss, I went to 20,000. I earned like 19,000 points in the second. Because that's how brilliant, especially when you're up against Vex. The Vex are like one-shot kills with your throwing knife. Going at it with that throwing knife. Yeah, I got like 20,000 points or something ridiculous like that. So, yeah, that throwing knife's really good. Especially because, as I said again, you get the precision kills, points for the precision kill, the bonus points, and the melee points. You are burning through them. So, yes, precision kill bonus, small arms, primary weapon damage is favored. So, I alternated between different stuff. You'll see. I'm going to upload the video. And finally, specialist. Special weapon damage is favored. In addition, a reminder, what is your goal with Challenge of the Elders? It's simple. You're going for a score, one round, with at least 30,000 points. As you can see, high scores. You need a high score of a minimum of 30,000. If you do that, Barracks will give you a gun. Best part. If you make a cumulative score of 90,000 and you do not need to do 3 rounds of 30,000 each, you can do whatever it is. You could do 2 rounds of 45,000, 10 rounds of 9,000, whatever it takes. It doesn't matter. As long as you get a total of 90,000, he will give you a piece of armor. That's your goal. You could always dismantle the expired ones. Just keep the new one, because you don't want to dismantle that. You paid for that. Right? You see them. Did I get? No, I didn't get any of them. All right. So that is Challenge of the Elders. Also, don't be an idiot like me and forget to use a House of Judgment reputation booster before you start your run, and a 3 of coins between each boss. So before the first, before the second, and before the third. Sweet. Cool. That's Challenge of the Elders. And you still haven't given me any insults for Val Araun, so this is your chance to make fun of Val Araun. Finally, we have the weekly raid. The weekly featured raid is Deathsinger Challenge, Crota Challenge. There's only one raid with Crota. Crota's End. Now, there are actually adept guns I need to get from Crota's End, and I ran that one like a ton. Crota's End, I used to be able to solo the beginning. Go through the thrall and get all of it and get through the door. But it's been a very long time. I used to do it on like, the highest difficulty. Yeah, but it was a long time ago. It took me a while to figure out exactly how to do it. One of the best things for doing that, if you're trying to get through the thrall at the beginning, is this one here. Don't touch me. Taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible. Thrall are idiots. You literally disappear in front of them, they forget you exist. Yes. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you get alerts to my videos, because like I said, my brother is saying he hasn't been getting them. Share this with other Destiny players. I'm making these for Destiny players, and I really want Destiny players to, I want to help. I enjoy Destiny. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, insult Val Araun, and I hope to see you in Power. At the very least, tell me how I can improve in my solo Challenge of the Elders run.